Ain't right. This ain't right at all. What the fuck? Hold on. Let me listen to this one more time. This can't be taking place like this. This is 2025? Hold on.
Rassest stuff I've ever seen in my life.
Do you live here? Yeah. You do? I don't believe that. What? I don't believe that. Rory, come on. Rory, come on.
Now these little niggas finna be racist as shit. No, now these little niggas finna be racist as shit. Cause of this. Who is this lady? Who is this lady? Like, what the fuck is you saying that for?
2025 started off with that.
No way!
It's a new pack. It's a new pack.
Oh, she makes me mad. Oh, you know her name?
Bishop. And yes,
Michelle Bishop?
It's a new pack. So that woman is Michelle Bishop, and yeah, I said her name. I'm not protecting her identity because she's a clown. And as you can clearly
Michelle
see,
Bishop.
she is fearful of her
Michelle
life.
Bishop. Nigga bots. Y'all know what to do. Michelle Bishop. You done fucked up, Michelle. You done fucked up. The nigga bots is crazy, girl. You done fucked up. You don't know it's plenty Umars walking around? No, this is crazy. My nigga finna get shot. The police finna come tase him. All type of shit. We finna see a George Zimmerman pop from behind the house. Like, what the fuck is she screaming help for? Why didn't you go in your house, woman? Out of all things. If that's your house right there, why don't you go in it with your kids and call somebody? Why are you screaming out loud help? Like, no, that's wrong as hell. No, I'm pissed. And my nigga got dreads. Yep, I'm pissed.
This car that she didn't recognize, as if somebody couldn't get a new car or a new resident couldn't move in, or hell, even Uber Eats or DoorDash or regular Uber or literally anything couldn't be in her neighborhood. She got so defensive that she decided to run and scream help around the neighborhood, ring the doorbell of a neighbor that she didn't know, and ultimately accuse this man of being, I don't know, an assailant or a vagrant. It's so strange.
Oh my
What's funny
God.
is in that clip, this is that man's house. This man is parked at his own house.
Chase her.
She said somebody in the silver
Guy in
truck.
a gray truck, and he came around the corner,
I don't know if you guys have a
and I was
reading.
in the street, and so I come up.
What?
So I'm like gonna pretend that I'm coming home, and so I pull up and I start walking to your back gate, and he stops here and he goes, "Are you looking for someone?" And I said, "No."
He never said that. He never said that. Not once. He didn't. He didn't say, "Are you looking for someone?" You asked him, "Do he live here?" And he said, "Yeah." He didn't even say a sentence, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, you fucking pasty pilgrims. Ooh-wee. No way. She might as well be a fed. This is exactly what they do. Just lie. Just profile and lie. Go ahead and be a cop, girl. You'll fit right in. She literally said, "I don't believe you." Like, what? How you gonna tell me where I live? Just cause you ain't made it your duty to motherfucking meet your neighbors don't mean I don't live here, Mel. I've been here. Maybe you should start meeting your neighbors so you can know who you around. So when shit like this really happen, now everybody taking you as a joke. You the girl who cry wolf.
That's my husband. That's why he lives here.
Now, there's a lot to unpack in this brief conversation here.
That's my husband. That's why he lives here. Oh my God. He don't even live alone. He bleach demons. Fucking harassing her husband. She should go beat your ass. Ain't no way.
Pull up and I start walking to your back gate, and he stops here and he goes, "Are you looking for someone?" And I said, "Nope." And then he sat here, and I was like, "I need to get in."
Well, that's my husband. That's why he lives here.
Now, there's a lot to unpack in this brief conversation here. First and foremost, why did she feel danger because of a car? I'm not going to talk about anything yet because this has some racial elements, but I just want to know why she felt fearful.
This
that
is
a car
disgusting.
riding behind her in a neighborhood.
She lucky it wasn't me. She lucky it wasn't me. This is disgusting. I would have gave her something that she wanted to see. She lucky it wasn't me.
In the the street put so much fear into her heart that she feels the need to run to a stranger's house.
She would've got
activate her
egged.
home, and then get so scared
Booga
that man
threw an egg at her.
from his own driveway. Like all this is just so stupid. Now calmer heads
Stupid.
do come out of this situation. Ultimately, her husband comes out and explains, hey, this is my wife. She thought something crazy was happening to her. She thought somebody was chasing her, and she gets to explain her story ultimately to what is his wife, and says, hey, you know, this is crazy. I thought it was somebody chasing me. She calms the situation down.
He lives here, so he came in and he said there's a lady screaming, and I'm like, that's.
She got all worried. There's so.
Scared the crap out of me.
How?
Bitch, get your dumb ass.
I just seen her in the driveway and I was like, are you looking for somebody?
Oh, so he did say that because he was in his, because you in his driveway. Okay, so he did say that. All right, he did say that because you was in his damn driveway. I live here. You looking for somebody? Shit, I don't know you, lady. What fuck you look for? He ain't even get disrespectful. This ooh wee. No, somebody need to I would have reported her harassment, emotional distress, all type of shit. You don't think I could live over here? All right. Well, I'm finna sue your ass. We finna see who can live here.
And I saw someone walking in our driveway too, and I'm like, why is someone walking in our driveway?
But there's an interesting part of this conversation that had the internet worried, was this a racist event or not, is the fact that after what seemed to be potentially just a normal misunderstanding happened, and I guess somebody might think it's normal.
That's
I'm
normal?
on a stranger's driveway, and this stranger just so happens to hop in this driveway and wait for me to move out of their front door. I would think that potentially, knowing that this isn't my house, I would probably think that, oh damn, this is their house. But nonetheless, they have the conversation as to why she was afraid, and I think that that's probably the most interesting portion of this video. Why were you afraid?
She tell us.
All right, sorry.
What? She said that someone was following her, so you were walking from there?
You came this way, didn't you?
No, I came down this street right here.
Yeah.
And I was riding slow because I'm looking at our Christmas lights.
Well, you just have to understand my point of view. Being by myself with two kids, I just saw a car coming, and so I was like, oh, it scared me, and so I just pulled up here, and I kept thinking, this could be his house. But you didn't say, this is my home. You just said, are you looking? I was like,
I did. When you was on the porch, you asked me, did I live here? I said,
Yeah, he did.
And you said, I don't think you do.
In a couple seconds, the man is going to say that this is
What the
safest
fuck?
neighborhood, or one of the safest neighborhoods.
Ooh,
in the
we
state of
hate
Ohio.
people,
So
huh?
let's
This
get
is the
straight.
people
This
that
lady
we
is
hate.
So petrified. She is on edge all the time.
In the
She
safest
tries to
neighborhood.
walk her kids, her baby age
At night.
At nighttime. Okay, that's fine. So then when a normal occurrence like a car, because I'm almost certain that this is her routine, and I'm almost certain cars have pulled up beside her before, behind her before. This is the one that sent chills down her spine and that made her dart to a stranger neighbor's door and pretend to live there. If you were so afraid of the person behind you,
Why?
would you not be afraid of the
Exactly.
neighbor? But okay, that's fine. When the neighbor then tells you, hey, this is my house, you deny him access, and you're so petrified that you go running and screaming
Fucking
in the
dork.
backyard of this said neighbor. None of it makes sense to me besides one thing, and one thing that we have not mentioned: this guy's a black man. Now, of course, this situation goes viral because another Karen gone wild trying to set up a black man who happens to live in an affluent neighborhood is going to take the internet by storm. They went to her page, they found her business page, and they started to go ham, egg, and cheese on
Good.
her page, which prompted Michelle Bishop.
Good. Ha ha. Ha ha. You had a business and you act like that? So you mean tell me it was black people shopping with you and this is how you treat us? Pathetic. Following significant backlash and harm to her online business, a woman accused of racially profiling a real estate developer at his residence has come forward expressing her emotions in asserting that she is not. Yes, you are, woman. She revealed that she has apologized to her neighbors on 2 occasions following what she described as a major. It wasn't a misunderstanding on no one part but yours. I never thought it was a black man. I thought it was a white man in that truck. That doesn't make your case no better. I don't know why you thought that would make us be like, oh wow, she's not racist. No, that doesn't help you. All right.
To go live on Instagram. Now, that didn't make it any better, but post her live, her community, I'm talking about the neighborhood that she lived in, had this interesting tidbit to say. They posted this letter for the neighbors to see. Dear neighbors, it has come to our attention that the actions of a racist and judgmental nature occurred in our community in late November, and the Jenkins family on Maple were the victims of prejudice. With the Jenkins approval, many families have come together to support them, and it's absolutely clear that such behavior is not
neighbors
nor reflective of the values that this neighborhood stands for. Our community community is one that prides itself in being inclusive, diverse, and ethnicity, religion, and background. We believe in creating an environment where everyone can live, work, and thrive without fear or judgment or prejudice, let alone police intervention for people merely driving in the neighborhood.
This is a long guy's letter though. God damn.
Actions of racial profiling are not representative of the spirit of the neighborhood and will not be tolerated. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is a W from the neighborhood. Especially
No
with the
cap.
climate of society,
No cap.
it is good to
W
see that
neighbors.
people can come together and protect those that may be different in different places and spaces. It's no secret that man is probably one of the only black men in that neighborhood, and no matter how fair-skinned he may be, he still puts fear in those hearts of the racist neighbors that he has. Now, in order for the neighborhood to put out such a PSA, she had to have had some crazy things in that IG live that she did that made the neighborhood band together and say, yo, even this lady is tripping.
Truly, the awkward encounter of slowing up behind me, talking to us multiple times. It's late at night. I got my kids, my 2 babies. The lady at the door is not answering. There's no other homes that are well established. I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, I'm on the front porch. This truck literally is halfway up the driveway. My radar
Bitch talking about it ain't well established. What are you talking about? Y'all in a rich white neighborhood. What are you talking about?
I don't think that this is your house. And I freak. I go, Rory, run. So that night after that whole instance happened, I literally was sitting.
That's what I'm saying. I'll be too angry. I get too mad because she just ain't talking about shit. Yeah, she would have hated me. I would have been throwing eggs at her. You would have not been living here no more.
Steps first of all, and John kept trying to talk to me. I kept telling him I was so sorry. Just the panic. I literally could not come down from this like fight or flight. From the time that I was at the woman's house to literally 30 seconds later, telling the woman that I was just followed to the.
You wasn't followed.
Porch and it being his.
If anything, you're following him. It's his house. You wasn't followed. You are the crazy one in this aspect, George Zimmerman. We gonna call her Georgia. Georgia. God damn.
It was like all of these different emotions, and so I'm sitting at home literally like having this meltdown. I kept telling John I was so sorry. Like I felt really stupid.
Now, in my opinion, her side
You
of the story
should.
sounds like any other Karen that
Exactly.
justify any action that she has. It seems kind of convenient that you felt like he was a white man. It seems kind of convenient that you told the police officer don't come out, but you called the police officer as if that's not what police officers do. All these things sound so convenient at the time. Like when you have time to make your story and paint your narrative the way you can dress it up really nice. But to be honest with you, I'm not buying any of that.
None of that
Even the
bullshit.
neighbor has to ask, ma'am, do you believe that that's a black man? Like, do you that's a black family? She knows that this could be one of those situations where another Karen has gone wild and she is totally tripped out on the wrong person. But I just don't get why, if you were so afraid, and I mean so very afraid, like you have
To
this
not
fight or
go-
flight response, you're always on
go
edge.
home.
Why
Stay
would you
home.
walk your young kids at nighttime? Like that just doesn't make sense to me. Now, Miss Bishop wants to make it very clear to anybody who has questions or concerns, this is not an act of racism. She's just a pussy.
He told me that there had been a letter floating around our neighborhood that had been posted in our mailroom that had said something about a racist profiling in the neighborhood. And so, of course, you throw racism into the mix.
That's what it was.
And that was the furthest thing from what it was. To the point
That's
I
exactly what it
literally have
was.
a handwritten letter from the woman's house that I went to. I'm trying to get the Ring doorbell footage of me standing on the porch telling John when he asked, "Are you sure it wasn't a black man?" And I said, "I think it is a young white man."
And I believe she had genuine concerns for her kids. Like, the safety of young children should be the utmost importance for a mother. She doesn't seem to be a bad mom in this situation. She made a poor,
Just a racist
judgment
one.
move that was based out of racism, in my opinion.
Not a bad mom, just a
All sorts
racist
of
one.
Violence. They are more prone to violence than anybody else out there. And then also adding 2 kids into the mix, she went into her protective state. But what I do want to make very clear is that black men are overwhelmingly faced with prejudice, behaviors, and actions from different people. And the fact that she had police interaction and intervention involved, and this was Ohio, which is a state that I believe
Don't
has
play.
like an open carry statute.
Yeah.
This could have ended up so much worse than it had to be, especially because she could have just believed him when he said it was his home. If she just gave this man a chance to explain, or I mean, he pulled up in his own damn driveway, just believing that I'm walking past a stranger's house. This stranger that pulls up says that this is his driveway, being okay with that notion or idea. Hell, did she even think and take into consideration how freaked out he was that a stranger was walking into his driveway,
Exactly.
into his home and up to his door?
What the fuck do I supposed to do? Is you
casing
casing my home?
They had a conversation about that person being white or black. I find it to just be the most convenient thing ever. I don't know a situation really where somebody gets scared and
Yeah, let me hear what my nigga had to say.
I'm glad that he allowed these people to speak their truth and their perspective on the whole situation.
I say, hey, are you looking for somebody? She doesn't answer. She then proceeds to go to the porch. So I'm like, okay, so she's probably coming over. So I
Now that's a crazy name, my boy. This nigga name is DeMichael. DeMichael Jenkins. Alrighty then. That's alright. If you didn't know he was black, you know he black for sure now. DeMichael? Alright, DeMichael. No. I might have never heard that one. I done heard some crazy names, but DeMichael, I might have never heard DeMichael. Alright.
I'm about to park, and she rings the doorbell and comes to the front of the front porch and stops me and says, do you live here? And I said, yeah, I live here. She said, well, I don't think so. I said, well, what are you doing here? She says, I don't think you live here. Hops off the porch, starts running, and I hear screaming, yelling for help. At that point, I'm in fear because I know what we face as black men.
Exactly.
So I rush to it.
Like, what the fuck? This bitch trying to get me killed. No, you trying to get me killed. You on your, yeah. What's my nigga name? Yeah, I ain't gonna say it. She on some crazy shit. On some like this, yeah, this is crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, his telling of the tale made it worse for that woman in the situation because he was able to open the garage, which is a clear idea.
Exactly. How you gonna tell me I don't live? Now I understand if the nigga literally didn't even go into the driveway. He just circled the block a few times. You talking about this nigga parked, you in his driveway, you run to his door, you running, he walks in his house, he goes into his driveway, into his garage. Like, what signs you needed to see? But if it ain't even your house, what really signs are you needing to see for real? If this ain't even your house, if they at the wrong person's house, why not let me hurry up and get home so I can call the cops? Exactly. Like, well, it's not even your house, so why would it really matter? Why don't I just go home, hurry up if I'm gonna call the cops and do that way? Like, I don't get it.
Identifier that he lives there. If you would have gave him, I don't know, maybe 2.5 seconds or more before you started accusing this black man of not living in this house, he could have opened his garage and proved to you that he lived there. And stuff like this has happened to me before. Not saying that it's happened in a situation where somebody feared for their life, because I think that that's a bit extreme. But as a black man, I get questioned being in the different places and spaces, and they question my knowledge as if I don't know something just because I'm in these particular environments. Trust me, I've got a computer science degree, I was in orchestra, and I love Star Wars. These are places that generally and
yeah, that's all white people. Sadly to say it, yep, that's all white people.
To find black men, but when I'm either at the conventions, when I'm in the band recitals back in my heyday, or when I was just in any
that was
CS
Snoop.
class.
Y'all doesn't even know it. Snoop was in the band orchestra and that shit. Nigga was back there. Shit, I don't even know. Was it the trumpet or the trombone? It was some shit like
I
that.
was going through college. I got hit with.
He was whistling some shit with
This
his.
happened in November. The video just recently got released. What caused you guys to release? Because I'm glad this is on Ring Camera. Because you're absolutely right. Had this not been captured on camera, on video, you already know the story that was going to be told and how it was going to be spun. You guys had it on camera.
Well, I actually released the video in our community Facebook group.
Oh.
We have a community Facebook group, about 500 or so people, and ever since we've been shattered. We've been upset. There's so many different factors and so many different feelings. I put the video in our community Facebook group to share what happened, and it took a lot for me to do that. And then we woke up and the videos everywhere.
And kudos to the Jenkins family.
Literally,
kudos to
we need
Mr.
that.
Michael's wife. I'm glad that she shared this experience.
Mr. DeMichael. Oh my God. No, we not gonna get over that name, buddy. Mr. DeMichael. DeMichael, come here. No, hell no. What they was calling him, DM? Like, what was his nickname? Mike? Come here, Mike. Yeah, I guess so, huh? I guess so. That bitch just basically said it's a misunderstanding. That's all she was basically saying. Like, anybody gonna believe that? It wasn't nothing that got to do with racism. It was a misunderstanding. I thought he was white. That's what she was saying. Like somebody finna believe her.
These things still happen to this day. These dangers still exist. This implicit racism is still
Yeah, that's crazy. Shit shouldn't still be happening. But racism never ended, sadly.
One, black families in the neighborhood.
When someone tells you they're standing on your porch, that's not their property, and they tell you that this is not your property, what went through your mind when someone is standing on your porch and they say, well, you don't live here?
Learn how to put pride and ego to the side and control your emotions. Because in my mind,
Facts. So that's why they don't put me in that situation. Cause yeah, I would have been. I would have been turned. You think I just came? You think I'm just shit just falling in my lap, huh? What the fuck you mean I don't live? You think I got here overnight? Was it like, come on, yeah, yep, that's exactly why. Pride and ego to the side, my ass. That white lady was gonna hear it. She was gonna hear it, Snoop. They was that Ring camera was gonna get it all, nigga. They was gonna hear it all.
But I had to control my emotions because I knew where it could have escalated at. I'm thinking, well, what if she had a gun?
Look, so you need a girl like this. You see how he talking, and she damn near finna cry for him. She feel it so much, she damn near finna cry for him. You need a girl like this. Look, she ain't looking at Shannon Sharp. She ain't looking at, or what's the other nigga name? Ocho Cinco. She is not looking at that screen. She is all in her husband's face. She finna cry for him. She feel it. That's the type of girl you need right there. She not breaking no eye contact. So that's the type of girl you need right there.
When someone is standing on your porch,
Not
and they say,
phased.
well, you don't live here.
Not
Learn how to put
phased.
pride
Look
and
at
ego
this.
to the side and control your emotions. Because in my mind, I said that's it. But I had to control
Head down.
my
Let me look
emotions
back at
because I
him.
knew where it could have escalated.
Look,
I'm thinking, well,
head down. Let me look back at
She
him.
had been running, or what I have been.
Look, let me touch him. Let me touch him.
I'm going as far as to say you gotta force these people to move out. I think
Literally.
this woman is a liar. I think
That
she
bitch
is
need to move
racist.
out for sure. She need to get up out of there. Adios, amigos. Comprende? Vamos. Come on.